What is up, YouTube family? Thank you so much for the love and support. We're going to get back into another video of New World, Chapter 2. Sit back, enjoy. Remember, like, subscribe, and God bless. Very impressed by the loading screen pictures, all the animations, all the art. Very cool. So, we jump back into it at level 17. My friend NYC, aka Bob, if I call him Bob. First, I notice the map. The world itself. Very clean, crisp, colorful. Enjoy the graphics overall. Beautiful, beautiful job done with that. The upgrade system, the talents, all pretty cool, not terrible. Could have done a lot better with the skills. It's not many skills. It is interactive though. The whole system of that. We jump to the combat. We head up shore into an encampment of enemies. Quest. Obviously, you start with combat. Running a void gauntlet. Which was a melee version because there's two separate specs, and one of the specs is like a ranged caster to go with the void gauntlet, and the other has a melee setting where you can turn it into like a void blade. So I tried to run that. You can see it's the middle mouse button down the bottom right. Not terrible, but not great overall. Wasn't impressed with the void gauntlet overall. Try to use something to match my spec. Obviously, I resort back to WoW and everything because I'm intellect-based for intelligence in New World. So I attempted to try to be a caster. Some kind of a shadow mage or something like that. Going range to offset NYC, my friend, partner in crime spec, which he's running a two-hander. Great sword is what they call it. I tried to be the caster. So it takes time also, the aiming of the weapon itself. You want to get... Oh, here's what... I jumped down into the water. Realized you can't swim. Which is insane. I mean... I'm not sure how you sink to the bottom and then walk along the bottom of the ocean, but hey. Takes a lot of practice. Aiming the weapon... They've got crosshairs. The game in general reminds me of ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. a lot of similarities, like a ton that I've come across in the short while we're leveling. But the aiming being one. No tab targeting, crosshairs. Overall, I do want to say the Void Gauntlet a little underwhelming. The questing, very cool, engaged completely, having a good time, not content with my current weapon or spec. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I think that's on me though, because I have very little knowledge on the game in general going in. So, after playing the game and experience being the best teacher, you can kind of gauge what you want to do, what you want to be long term. But yeah, I was very underwhelmed with the Void Gauntlet overall. Now, the quests are pretty cool. There's a ton of different ways to gain experience while doing quests. You can open like these supply crates, and there's alchemy crates, caches, and all kinds of things that you can interact with, notes and read, and they all earn you experience throughout your journey. Being in an encampment like this, full of enemies, full of those supply crates, there's a cave up the mountain, top left. Should be getting there in a little bit, but several different ways to gain experience, to make the leveling a lot more interactive and a lot more varied than just kill mobs, go hand in quest. A lot more variety to it. Once you get better with the aiming of the weapon, I feel like it's definitely more fun. And that being the biggest thing about the game, is you want to have fun. Right? But sometimes aiming the weapon could be a little difficult. So once I feel like you get the hang of that, then it's a lot more fun in general. Oh yeah. End up in the settlement of enemies to finish up the quests. One thing I'm noticing is the armor. My character is Seaman's Code. We end up at this, and I notice just my helmet, there's no eye holes. My character cannot even see out of my helmet. It's a little bit silly, lore-wise. I mean, I guess it makes sense in their world, but it's just a bit weird. Whatever, no big deal. I feel like as you progress in the game in general, the combat gets more interactive. A ton of different specs to go into, weapons to try. Eventually, I feel like I'm gonna give like the Ice Gauntlet a try. The Fire Staff, being as I'm intelligence based, I went and dumped a ton of attributes into those talents. A ton of points into those attributes. Almost 100% intelligence. I mean, there's a few constitution being health in this instance. So unlike WoW, stamina, it would be constitution in this a little bit better every day, just getting a little bit better with the aiming. Still not 100%, obviously. I mean, it would be amazing if you were 2 days into the game. But yeah, a little more interactive when you can actually land hits. You know, light attacks don't really do much. Again, I'm probably working with a gray or a green weapon at this point. Still haven't gotten anything powerful. Just off visuals, it just appears that the greatsword is a lot more damage, you know, and maybe even more fun in combat, you know, more fulfilling, rewarding, because you can actually see yourself landing, you know, and I guess at times you thrash through enemies that feels good, that feels right.